What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Roy's Customs. Today I'm going to be building a 12-inch ported sub box. You're going to want to gather up some stuff. First you're going to need some screws, some wood of course. I've got an old shelf that I'll be cutting apart and building this with. Some gloves will probably help. Some safety glasses. You need something to measure with, measure ruler or whatever. Something for the marker. Something for straight edges. I got these levels that I'll be using for straight edges. I've got two drills. I got one with a drill bit in it, so I can pre-drill all my holes. And then I've got one for screwing my Phillips head. And something to cut with, nice circular saw. Also, probably gonna need some wood glue. It's just Loctite Express. It says 10 minutes, whatever. I know it's kind of loud because of the heater, but it is kind of cold. So, I'm gonna get started. Get you a little countersink, it'll help.
Building a sub box, it's not super difficult, but if you've never built one before, it can seem kind of overwhelming because there's measuring and cutting, and then you gotta put it together and stuff. So anyways, you can take that into consideration, or you can just have somebody build you one. Honestly, they've got pre-made boxes already available, usually for whatever company you get your sub box or sub from. But I kind of like to make my own because a lot of times I'll have scrap wood just laying around that I can build a sub box out of. Now, whether I build a ported or a sealed, or if I build a fiberglass sub box sometimes, or whatever, you know, I'll usually just use scratch wood, and honestly, as long as it's thick enough and dense enough, you know, you should be all right. Usually if you got some scrap wood, 1/2 inch or thicker, that'll be relatively sufficient. You know, because most people in the beginning, they're not usually using 20,000 watts. I mean, if you want to work your way up to that, that's fine. You know, and then you start getting into like the 7/8 and full inch thick, you know, birch wood and stuff like that. Then you start getting really expensive builds, you know, way more than what you're going to ever spend on a pre-made box off of Amazon or anywhere else. But anyway, we'll get back to it here. I'll finish this thing up. Well, since I don't have a jigsaw to actually cut this hole out with, I'm going to use my Sawzall and do the best I can. If anything, later I can clean it up. There should be one of these in like every sub you buy. It'll come in a box, and then this thing will usually be there, and the sub will sit down inside this. So you can use these as a template for your ring, so you don't have to try to do no math and get out a compass and all this other stuff. This will give you the size that you need to cut out. So that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to do the best I can here. Okay, so now that we got that cut out, I'm going to see how far off these are. Pretty far off, wow, that's a lot. I wonder how bad this one is. Well, you know. Okay, so now that we got the box put together, got our hole cut out, I did mess up and I didn't have a piece to cover the top like I wanted to, so I put it together in sections, I glued it down and screwed it in real good. So I'll have to get 2 shorter screws for the top and bottom. I do not have any spray adhesive, so I won't be able to cover it. And I don't really have enough DAP to actually seal it with either, so I'll have to wait and finish this up a little later on. But we do got it put together, and you know, I've built lots of sub boxes over the years, and obviously even I still mess up from time to time. But this was just a scrap wood, just an old shelf I had lying around that I'm sure I found somewhere or something. I don't even remember where it came from. But anyhow, if you're building a sub box for the first time, I mean, you know, if you know how to calculate cubic airspace, then you can do that yourself. If not, there's plenty of designs and stuff all over the internet. You can just find you one there to kind of replicate. But anyways, as far as finishing this, thing up, it's, yeah, who knows when, I don't know, but I'll get around to it. There's a few screws that actually kind of decided to take a journey outside of their realm they're supposed to be, but I'll fix all that a little later too. It's just kind of a little cheapy box. It would be something to just have around, or I might even finish it up one day and just give it to somebody, you know, or whatever. But anyway, I sure appreciate you guys watching. Feel free to like and subscribe and hit the notifications if you wish, and have a spectacular day or night, whichever one it is for you. Peace out.